SoundCloud.com/fanreport.
Officially, all right, that's how we good. Franchise 1, Jimmy's in the go in the building, Quags in the building. Legendary OG, D Smooth in the building.
Word.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know behind the scenes. You actually move and work.
Right.
Give us a little bit of what you're up to. As for starters, just to start off.
Well, right now I'm developing a television show. It's called World Premiere TV. And like the slogan of the show is hip hop is one nation, not a nation divided. So basically it's just taking like every artist, hip hop artist, like from my era to the new guys. It's not really like I'm trying to educate anyone, like the older people to know what the kids are doing and the kids to know what the people that came before them are doing. It's just more of it like everybody has a story. So, and because I have the platform and I have the relationships, I got a chance to interview everybody and just put it all together. And
relationships. What's some of the relationships you got out there?
They look very extensive.
I
If
mean,
you don't follow him on social media.
a lot of people.
Like,
I mean, let's take it back then.
It was 5 or 10. 5 or 10. You keep it simple.
Now we take it back. Like, what really happened was, early on, I started out as a promoter. And I did a lot of. Well, I can go before that, but we'll start there because that's more relevant to what we're talking about for the World Premiere TV. So I started out as a promoter, and I just always, just was the type of person that I understood business early, and I really understood the fact that this is a relationship-driven business. So, I brought Nas here, 50 Cent. I was the first one to bring 50 to this market, actually. Then I brought him to Boston, then Clue, Big Timers, like so many different people. I got like a list. Wu-Tang, individual members of Wu-Tang, Raekwon, Ghostface.
So when you say connections, it's not like a artist connection, but more the behind the scenes connection.
Yeah, it's more
like the person who knows the main person.
More with management.
Who was always the most important person.
Yeah, management, label people. I mean, I had the opportunity to build with a lot of artists, but I was never like that type of person because of I'm from South Side, man. We don't really care about that. So just where's the money at? I want to be closer to the person where I can make the money. Artists, a lot of artists don't have power. To a certain extent they do, but for what I wanted to do, I couldn't really make money with the artists outside of, just bringing them bringing them for the show. That was really it.
Is that like a lack of knowledge for the artists?
I don't know. Just in that time that
once they went into those contracts, they have to do.
Nah, but they wasn't really like business minded. They knew like how to get to their money, and that was it. They wasn't trying to do other stuff like at that time. There was no social media, so it was different. Like artists didn't have like production companies and clothing lines and sneaker situations, doing stuff with corporate businesses like Corvette and Chevrolet was Corvette, like doing all that type of stuff, like liquor, like spirit companies and stuff like that. They wasn't doing that then. But the managers were the ones that like they that was their job to facilitate the business. Yeah, so that's what I just connected with them and
So I have a question: who's that first like breakout artist that made you think like I could do this like on another level from what you're doing right now?
Breakout artists?
Like who was that person that you was like, you got the opportunity to work with? He was like, I can do this, like kind of like.
I don't have a translator. As to what
your first success, the first artist that made you feel like, I'm gonna do this. Like you say, you came up as a promoter. Who's the artist or the figure that kind of made you think like, I could do this on another level?
I got it. Okay, I got it. Like, what did you do? What show did you do? What artist did you bring down that made you say, you know what? I could do this all the time.
On a different level.
50 Cent.
There you go. I don't know how I could do it with him. I don't know how.
Hands down. Well, you know what?
I'm a decent interviewer.
That was a good question. It was a good question, but I was a little confused with it. But
that's why I broke it down. I've been hanging with him for so many years.
Now, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll tell you a couple of things about Fifth, right? First off, of all the people that I've ever promoted, he just was the easiest to work with, and only because like the people that usually have like a lot of rider requirements, he just wanted, room temperature, Poland spring water, like 4 cases. And that was really it. I mean, it wasn't like, he just wanted to hit the stage. As soon as he hit the stage, he said, I don't know what y'all used to, but I'm doing 20 songs tonight.
Who's the hardest to work with?
I don't think I should say that.
Why not? Yeah.
That means he's still relevant. He's still relevant.
to be all right. To tell you the honest truth, the hardest would probably Dipset.
Understandable.
Why?
Because I was promoting a Rock Army tour, and that was with everybody but Jay-Z. And that was my tour that they gave me to run to this market. They asked Lupo that he wanted. Lupo turned it down. They called me. I took it on, and so I had Beanie Siegel, the whole state property, including Petey Crack. He just got out of jail at the time. I had Memphis Bleak. I had the entire Dipset, which was Cam, Jim Jones, Jewels, and Freaky Zeke.
Sounds like a hell of a show.
Yeah, then the day before the show was sold out. The day before the show, Cam called the people that I got the show from and said, I'm not going to that show. So what happened was it was a miscommunication between him and Dame. Because, you know, like sometimes when they set up these tours, and maybe in one market, it may be a 5,000-seater. In the next market, it may be a 3,000-seater, so you're going to take less. So I don't think that clarity was there between Dame and Cam. And so then Dame called me personally, and we just went back and forth. It ended up, we worked it out, but just was very, very difficult. It was just like Cam, like, I'm not going for that. Like, we get 30, did I say the number?
Go ahead, man.
The tour was for 30,000.
Did the show go on?
No, I canceled it. Because at the time, Dipset was the hottest. If you couldn't have, between, because Cam was the only one that was platinum. Yeah. So it made all the sense in the world to bring Cam. Yeah. And you couldn't do it without Cam. And if Cam didn't come, pause, then the rest of Dipset wasn't going.
What got you started in music?
Music goes back a long time. I just loved it, man. Just like, I remember being in New York early because, I played ball my whole life. So I remember being in Brooklyn, playing in AAU and all these different tournaments. Then I remember the first time I heard Sucker MCs. And when I heard it, I was just like, I was familiar with hip hop before that. But when I heard Sucker MCs, it was like something I never heard ever in my life. And then just the way DMC came in the end, I was like, and I came back like reciting it to my friends, and they was like, "You wrote that?" So I never said yay or nay. I said, "You like that? That joint crazy, right?"
How about
So
that?
it just went from there, man. And just ever since then, I fell in love with the music. Then I just fell in love with the culture. I understood it as as a culture early. You know what I mean? I was a youngin'. I understood that this is the way we talk. This is the way we dress. This is like a way of life for us. Everything from every aspect of it, from graffiti writing on to DJing to breakdancing, like everything. Like we was all a part of it. If you couldn't do one of those elements, then you still could be hip hop. Just dress, come to the shows, go watch somebody break. And watch somebody pop.
How you feel about the local scene, the local hip hop scene?
I love it.
You said that too quick.
Give me your top three. Give me your top three hip hop artists.
Yeah, here we go.
Providence. Your top three.
Local artists.
Top three talking about out right now?
Top three.
Yes.
Your top three.
Local artists.
Hey, top three.
No particular order, right?
No order. We're looking for three names.
You think I'm not on top of it? Flawless.
Okay.
Nice. This
nice. There's somebody else I just recently heard. I said, this dude is nice. Oh, man.
What city was he from?
No, I don't know. Ruckus put me onto him.
That's not a name.
Man, I don't remember. I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. So I know I can't give you. I'm gonna say Flawless. I know others. I know others though. What I'm saying, like, yo.
Two more.
What are some other ones you listened to recently then?
Two more.
No, I heard Jay Deuce. They play him in the barbershop all the time, so I would have to say him. I didn't think that needed to be mentioned. But yeah, Jay Deuce is hot.
Give me one more. Give me one more.
If I had to give you one more, let me say. Damn, he still raps though? I thought he was DJing. All right, Cam.
He still
raps. He
still
raps.
Justin still raps.
Yeah, definitely Cam.
Got out of that.
Did I just pick him for you?
Yeah.
You help me a little bit.
I got a show with Cam Bells on January 3rd.
I mean, then I like King Rod.
Oh, okay.
I like my man Buddha Hawk. So
course,
I like
nice.
Rico Rich. But
you
that's
had
why.
this. You had this.
Yeah. I mean, but it's kind of hard to pick a top 3 because some of these guys are like, I really like. Yeah.
That list is going around on Facebook, by the way, too, boy.
Top
trouble.
3.
Yeah.
Now, like, I'm old school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, you came up here with my man Dap.
See, that's my
You know
guy.
what I'm saying? I'm old school. I go Sumter Street days, and I already know the history. You play ball.
Yeah.
How far you went in basketball?
I went to college. I mean, I went to Mount Pleasant. I made Kilties. I made at Mount Pleasant. I made all city. In my senior year, all city, all division, all state, all American, and then I went to a JUCO that was I was supposed to go to UConn from there, but it didn't really work out the way I needed it to work out, even at the junior college, because one thing was with me, I didn't have a work ethic. Like I was a person that everyone just telling me I was nice and I seen all the accolades. I just was one of those type of people, but nobody really embraced it and say like, yo man, you got to work out with us. You got to go jog and go do that. So then when I get to the school that I was at, Mattituck College in Waterbury, Connecticut, we had 7 other All-Americans. So our practices were like wow, yeah, it was intense, man. It was intense. And I wasn't it took my confidence away for, a little bit. Because the funny thing was, before we started practices, I got there and they took me to some community center. They had a dunk contest. And I was just like, I'm getting in this. Won the dunk contest. So now every one of the teams like, yo, they ain't never seen no jump shots or nothing. But they like, yo, man, D just won the dunk contest. Practice started. I'll tell you this, my man Emmett Lewis, this dude gave me the business so legendarily. Like, up and under. I mean, up and under. I mean, there's one thing that he had that I can honestly say that I was saying that I've never seen before for a dude to be like 6'6", 6'7". Like, I mean, I've seen it now with Ricky Lito, but he had a fadeaway jump shot, shooting threes. Like, how do you stop that? Somebody's 6'7". I mean, I'm 6'5". So it was more or less like, But that was really it for basketball, man. I mean, I had the hoop dreams like everyone else, but I was in a situation to where I never got better. And sometimes you gotta live your truth. Nobody can use it against you. So I just never got better. I got to one level, and I never went past that.
What AAU team you play for?
Oh man, buddies. I think probably average about 40. We used to score like 160. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I averaged like 40.
Who's the first person you ever dunked on?
Man, a lot of victims. Nah. I know.
Back in high school.
I know in high school. I know the kid.
School bus driver.
Probably the kid that I probably embarrassed. And I mean, God bless his soul. I think he passed away. Was the kid Alan Forts from Classical, and that was at Mount Pleasant too. And it was just like I dunked on him with my left hand, and I'm right-handed.
Put LeBron.
Yeah, but those were the days. I mean, I could touch the rim now with probably. Well, Jay Meezy, you know this.
Yo, Mac was a team. You was a team back then.
Nah. He be. Nah. He be.
on my time.
He be reffing.
Yeah, you be reffing.
I be reffing their games.
Messing all the games up.
Not really. I gave it to him. I know he's gonna ref more games, so I gotta say, not really.
We make do our fantasies, we make true. They can't tell us what we can't do. Can we make sweet love? Cause we just friends. I'm cool with the little quick shit, but baby boy, I'm trying to get missing. Cause I fuck with you. I fuck with you. Boy, I fuck with you.
Which was beautiful, graceful. The fuck you say?
How can you do me so wrong after all I did? I guess it's my fault like it always is. Well, since you're so gone, give me all my shit. Pack your bags and get out of my crib. How can you do me so wrong after all?
Remind me whenever I'm not spending money.
I guess it's my fault like it always is. Well, since you're so gone, give me all my shit. Pack your bags and get out of my crib.
Report.